Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Caleb, and today we're going to finish off another lesson of our HTML Basics 2. We just got done building our own web page, so let's go ahead and get started and learn about creating some lists. Alright, so what we need to do is go back to the very first lesson in making lists, which is our introduction, and reset our code. Let's continue learning more about HTML. You've already covered a lot: how to set up the head and body tags, how to make heading and paragraphs, and how to add images and links. In this course, we'll take it to the next level, making ordered and unordered lists, changing font size, color, and type, changing the background color, and aligning the text. Instructions. Let's get warmed up by adding the title tag and the head tag. In the body, create a paragraph using the paragraph tag. Write anything you would like. So let's go ahead and go up into our head tags and let's create a title. We should know how to do this now because we've done this millions of times. And we can just say, oh, my list. I don't know why I said that, but that's what I'm going to say. And then we can make a paragraph and down in our body and say, today I will be learning, if I can type, how to create list in HTML. Bam. There we go. So that looks good, nice and spiffy. Let's save and submit our code so we get the green light. Awesome. Way to go. And reset again. Indentation is your friend. Now is a good time to quickly mention indentation. That is, the amount each line is spaced from the margin. You'll notice that when we place tags inside of other tags, we indent them more often. This really helps making your code more readable. Check out our indentation in the editor to the right. Try to follow this indentation style when you're writing HTML so you don't get confused. So as you can see, we've already been kind of doing indentation. A lot of the previous videos I would indent, especially on like whenever I would go and talk about the image tags or nesting anchor tags around another element or tag. I would indent so you guys could read it more, because when everything's on the same line and compressed, it's really hard to read and make sense of what's going on. But whenever you indent and decompress it, and everything looks nice and pretty, you can comprehend what's going on. So hit save and submit to continue. So this one was an easy one. Let's go on to the next one, and let's just undo this and reset. Okay, ordered list. Good. Now let's learn how to make ordered lists. An ordered list is simply a list that is numbered, like the one below. So if we look over here into our preview, an ordered list is any kind of list that has a number, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or whether it's Roman numerals and it's got 1 and 2 slashes and then the 3 and then the V for the 5 and so on. But that's an ordered list. So if we look here, on line 8, we begin the ordered list with the opening OL tag. So you may be wondering, well, this is going to be a new tag. Well, what does OL stand for? Well, OL stands for ordered list. That's pretty easy to remember. On lines 9 through 11, we wrap, in example, surround each individual item with a list item or an LI tag. So if we look down here, we see we have LI tags, and LI is just there for a list item. So anything that we want in our list, in this example, we have an ordered list. So in our ordered list, if we want to make another list item, we just add another LI tag and then close it. Because each listed item is only on one line, we put the entire element on one line. So we see that the whole element's on one line. On line 13, we finish the ordered list with the closing ordered list tag. So if we look down here in line 13, we have a closing ordered list tag. Okay? So pretty self-explanatory here. How cool is this? We can now add ordered lists to headings and paragraphs as things we can use in our HTML body. On line 14, creating a heading 2 sized header called List of Things I Found Just Okay. So I'm just going to copy this, because if you don't copy this and you do it like let's just say you try typing it and it's not specifically the same size, like to say like the OK that you wrote isn't capitalized in your editor, then you're not going to be able to pass this course. So you got to make sure whenever they tell you specifically to type things specifically, like list of things I just found OK, type that word for word and take it with a grain of salt. So starting on line 15, create an ordered list using the OL tag. So on line 15, we're just going to use our new ordered list tag, OL. Go ahead and click enter. Your ordered list should have 3 items, each wrapped in examples surrounded by LI tags. So list of things I found okay, and then we can make a list item, and let's just say the iPhone 6 is okay. Orange juice is pretty good. It's okay. And then our last list item, remember we're just doing LI for these. We can just say some Trident is pretty good because I have some Trident right here to the right of me. And that looks pretty good. Let's try and save and submit our code. Awesome, way to go. Let's start the next lesson. And reset, undo, reset, undo. Let's see. I'm just going to reset. One more ordered list. We really think that ordered lists are excellent. Who doesn't love a bit of order? So let's do a bit more practice. If you forget what an ordered list looks like, feel free to look back on the previous section. In the body tag, create an H3 tag with the text, most annoying TV celebrities. So once again, I'm just going to copy their text, and then I'm just going to come here into the body, type in H3, and then paste that most annoying TV celebrities. And let's see. Make an ordered list with an OL tag of the top 3 TV celebrities you find not to your taste. Remember, these go in between the list element tags. Okay, so now we can do OL for our ordered list, and then we can do LI for our list item. And I really don't know too many celebrities. Let's just say Brad Pitt, LI, let's say Miley Cyrus, there we go, Miley C. And we do another one, and let's just say, oh, I love Bruce Willis, so we do Bruce W for that one. Okay, so those are our most annoying TV celebrities there. Remember to close your ordered list using the OL tag, which we've already done because we click enter and nested it in there. Number 4, under the list you made, make an heading 2 tag with the text top 3 things I can do for Mother's Day. So I'm just going to copy that text. Under our ordered list, let's go ahead and add in a header 2 tag. Paste that in there, top 3 things I can do for Mother's Day. Then make another ordered list of those things too. So let's do another ordered list. As you guys know, we have to have 3 things. So LI, we can buy roses. We can get chocolates. We could even cook breakfast. Breakfast. There we go. And let's save and submit our code. Awesome, way to go, guys. Let's start up the next lesson. And let's reset. Here we go. So now, unordered list. We just learned about ordered lists. Well, now let's learn about unordered list. And you may be, well, what's the difference? Well, one is ordered and one is unordered. There you go. That's the difference. We just learned how to make ordered lists. But what if ordered list doesn't matter? What if we just want to put bullet points? Does this look familiar? You see UL instead of OL. So now the UL tag stands for unordered list, as where the OL stands for the ordered list. And we're still using the LI to list the item or whatever we want. So first, we open our list with unordered list with the UL tag. For each item we wish to add to the list, we use the list item tag LI. with text in between. We then tell the browser we are done with our list by calling our closing UL tag. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory, just like we just did before, except instead of using OL for ordered, we are using UL for unordered list. So in your body tag, create an H1 tag and put the text some random thoughts inside it. So we're just going to copy this. Remember, we're going to go into our body, click enter, hit H up, or we're typing in H1 for header 1, and then it says, under H1 tag, create a paragraph using the P tags, which describes the list you will make. And we'll just add a paragraph. Some random stuff goes here. I mean, I really don't know what to say here, but we just made a paragraph for it. Then finally created an unordered list with the UL tag, which contains a list of 4 random thoughts, each of which should be placed inside of a list item tag. Okay, so now we're just going to do UL for unordered list. Now we're going to do list item, and let's just say pins, and let's just say gum, and then let's just say, well, paper. Oh, not patter, but paper. There we go, there's some paper. And then we can do another list item and just say glass. Okay, cool. So now if we look over here into our preview window, we have our heading 1 header, which says some random thoughts. Then we have a paragraph, which says some random stuff goes here. Then we have our unordered list. And you see we just have bullet points as opposed to before we had 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything looks good. Let's try and save and submit our code. Awesome, way to go, guys. And now let's reset, undo, reset. I guess we can just reset this one. Yeah, okay. So now we're on list inside of a list. So you've made ordered lists and unordered lists. Top work. What if you have ordered lists, but each time in the ordered list what if you have an ordered list, but each item in the ordered list also has an unordered list nested in it? Nested simply means inside the list. The editor has a small example of this. Hit save and submit to see what the result looks like. Remember, you've been nesting tags already. When you nest tags, the last tag you open is the first one you close. Here's an example. So like this, it's just showing us that we're using the UL or unordered list tag, which we open it, and then we're opening up a list item tag, and then we're saying tacos, and then we're closing the list item tag right here, and then we're closing the unordered list tag as well after we close the list item. So the list item is nested inside our unordered list. We've been doing that all along, so really just don't overthink that one. That's pretty simple. So on line 21, create an unordered list. So right here on line 21, let's create an unordered list. So type in UL for unordered list. Your unordered list should have 2 items, favorite boys' names and favorite girls' names. So let's copy this, and let's go over here, and let's just paste another list item, and then let's go underneath it, and let's make another LI. Get this where you guys can see it. Now we're going to copy the favorite girls' names, kabam, and then paste that in there. I'm not sure if we're going to need the that little period at the end there. That might throw us off later, but we'll check that out later. Under each item of the unordered list, create an ordered list. Use the ordered list to specify your 3 favorite boys' names and 3 favorite girls' names. Use the sample nested list above as examples of how to do this. So, I mean, we kind of just skipped over this in the beginning, but let's kind of go and decipher this down right quick. So, if we look up here in our body, we see that we have an ordered list. And if we look over here in the preview, we have an ordered list right here with number 1 and number 2. As you can see, our first list element, or list item, in our ordered list is dad's interest. So if we go to dad's interest on the preview, we see there should be a 1 beside it because it's an ordered list. Now, right underneath the ordered list of dad's interests in the list element, we now see an unordered list underneath that. Now, within this unordered list, we see football and knitting. So if we go back over here to the preview, we should have an ordered list, meaning that it should be within a list and it should have a number beside it, which it does, which dad's interest does. And then underneath dad's interest, we should have another unordered list, and it should say football and knitting, which it does. And you can see that we have bullet points right next to it, where it says football and then knitting. Now, if we get out of this, so now if we go back and down into our editor, we see that our list item football and knitting, and then we see we're closing our UL or unordered list right here. So this block is closed. Now if we come back up here to the list element or list item, now this dad's interest, now he is done because now we are closing out of the list item. But now underneath that list item, we're making another list item called mom's interest. Now remember, mom's interest is a part of this ordered list because it is nested in here. The mom's interest is not part of the unordered list because we've already closed out this unordered list up here. Now if this unordered list was to keep going down below, mom's interest would be bulleted instead of having a number beside it. But since we already closed out this unordered list right here, that's highlighted in that block, and we've also closed out this list item, we now are creating a new list item just as if we were in an ordered list. Okay? So hopefully you guys are following that. Now we should see something that says mom's interest with a number beside it. Now if we go over here to our preview, we see mom's interest and then we see a number beside it, which everything's fine and nice. Now we should see an unordered list underneath mom's interest, in which we do. Now the first list item in our unordered list is hating football. Okay, so here we go, we hate football, and then underneath that we have skydiving. So we have both of our list items under our unordered list, and we can see that because they're all nested inside here. Now we are closing out our unordered list. Okay, so now everything here with the hating football and skydiving is done. We are now going to close out the list element of mom's interest. So you see how we have LI up here, and then we have LI down here. Don't get confused with this LI just because this is just coming over because we see this list element doesn't close off. Well, it kind of runs over onto this one. So let's just ignore that LI for right now. So this list item of mom's interest is now being closed down here at the bottom. And then if we look at our ordered list down here and go all the way back up to the top, you now see we have an open tag for ordered list and then we have a closing ordered list tag. So now our ordered list is done. So all of this right here, from dad's interest to mom's interest, all the way down to skydiving, is now completed. So essentially we are doing the same exact thing as up here, except instead of making an ordered list and then having an unordered list nested inside of it, we're making an unordered list with an ordered list nested inside of it. So as you can see, we have our unordered list down here, and then we're closing our unordered list. And now our first list element is going to be our favorite boys' names. So now we need to come after this, and what we need to do is type in an ordered list, like so. And then we need to make, it said we need to make, how many? Use the ordered list to specify your 3 favorite boys' names and 3 favorite girls' names. So now we need to add 3 list elements for each ordered list underneath it. So we can just say our first favorite boy's name is going to be Caleb, because that's an awesome name to have. Our second one could be like Logan. And then the last one could be like Luke. That's cool. And now we're getting out of our ordered list. Okay. So this ordered list tag right here is closing this ordered list. And now we need to come down to our second list element down here where it says favorite girl's name and click enter. And now we need to make a new ordered list like so. Okay, so now we have a new ordered list, and now we need to make a new list element. And if you guys are following and paying attention over here, you now see we have favorite boys names 1, 2, 3, and now underneath favorite girls names we're going to have 1, 2, 3. So now we could say something like Jordan, then we could say something like Lily, and then we could say something like, oh, let's just say Jesse. Okay, so now if we look over here into our preview, we now have our favorite boys' names and our favorite girls' names. And as you can see, these have bullet points, so we know that this is an unordered list. Okay, but now we have nested inside of our unordered list our ordered list, and that's because we see there's numbers beside each of our list items. So the first one's Caleb, the second one's Logan, third one's Luke, and then same thing for the favorite girls' names. We have Jordan, Lily, and Jessie. So hopefully, if yours gets anywhere that looks like this, hopefully you guys followed along and I didn't confuse you at all. You should be good. Let's try and save and submit. Now I'm not sure if the period on the favorite girls' names might give us an error. I don't know. I did copy it from up here, so let's see if it'll work. Congratulations, awesome. So we did get the green light, so I guess the pyramid didn't screw us up or mess us up too bad. So congratulations, guys, you finished the ordered list and learning about lists. Stay tuned for the next episode whenever we cover styling. Now, if you like the video, guys, make sure to thumbs up, drop a subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget, if you get stuck, send me a message or leave a comment down below. Alright, guys, you have a wonderful day. Hopefully this helps you out and I didn't confuse you too much on list. Alright, guys, until next time, been Caleb. Keep it real.